Alright, hey guys, welcome back to Those Amateur Car Guys. I'm here with Samir and our special guest, Tanner Willson. Today, our topic is going to be on the type of roof that you have. So whether you have a complete roof that's built into the car, whether you have a convertible, or anything in between. Before we start, I'm going to ask you, how much do you actually know about cars?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So that's fair. This is going to be interesting then. So I'm going to take like a coupe, so like a full just roof that's built into the car. It's always been there. It's the way it should be.
My side of the argument is going to be a drop top, so anything in between a convertible and a coupe.
My topic is the full-on convertible, free-spirited and such.
Free-spirited? Alright, so who wants to start off? Oh no, so it's me. Alright, so pretty standard way to start off. A coupe should be the best because that's the way a car has always been designed. You have a roof.
I see you're not open to new things.
I'm not saying I don't like other things. I'm saying that a car is designed to have a roof, and it will always be that way. The roof is part of the structural integrity of the car. Once you take that away, whether it be just a little bit for something that you're defending or all of it is gone, you're going to lose that structural integrity, and you're going to have to reinforce the car other ways, which is going to add weight and it's going to dampen your performance around a track.
Well, you're just stuck under a roof. You know what I mean? Like you have no access to the sky. It's not as comfortable as, let's say, a convertible or a drop top.
Yeah, like honestly, doesn't matter how fast you're going. If you have the top down, like doesn't matter how fast you're going. Once the wind is through your hair, you're feeling great regardless of your speed.
I would disagree with that because with the convertible, you have less aerodynamics, and if you really want to have a pure ride, you want to be able to go as fast as possible. With less aerodynamics, you're not going to be able to go as fast.
Yeah, I'm saying it's not necessary to go that fast when you're feeling the best possible.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, no, I feel that if you have your rag top down and your hair's going around, you feel pretty badass. However, if I'm gonna race you, and you have a convertible, once you take the roof off a convertible, that's any car. There are support beams that are underneath the car now that weigh more. So
yeah.
if you pull up and you're in literally any kind of convertible, let's say an Audi R8 V10, great car, fast car, you pull up beside somebody in something that has about the same horsepower but it's a hard top, like it's a coupe. You're heavier. You're gonna be like, yeah, I'm badass. I have a convertible, and then the other guy's gonna blow you out of the water.
Yeah, the thing, I'm not racing. I'm sitting on the sidelines feeling great.
Also, convertibles seem to be there's a trend that convertibles are actually more expensive because of that flashy look going down the street, and you're paying more money for less performance.
That's
yeah,
true.
that's why it's always been like a luxury item kind of thing. Like even like
It is a
the lower
yeah.
levels of it have like much more features than like the smallest, like the stock versions of any other car, right? Like they'll have like Bluetooth interfaces, all of this stuff.
So you said something earlier about aerodynamics,
Right.
So you're saying something. If you had like a T roof or something like that, so like if you had something like a Pontiac Trans Am Firebird, like an old classic one with a T roof on it, you take those panels out and you just have the bar in the middle.
Right.
You're still getting wind drag from that. You're still like it's still catching wind in there.
I am able to put the T roof back on.
Yeah, and
Which will fix that.
he can also put the roof back up
Yeah,
for
you can.
aerodynamics. Although you're still going to weigh more than him.
Right. So what are you getting at? That I still have that air drag?
Yeah. So like if you're gonna, let's say just because my points are all about performance here, because yeah, you can get comfort, but like honestly, like sometimes you're not going to look as badass in a coupe than you are in a convertible or something like that.
Fair enough.
Basically, I completely forgot where I was going with this.
That's all right. If you want, I could steal the show here and say that there are different types of drop tops. You can have something as small as on your Eclipse you have a tiny sunroof, whereas on a Jeep Wrangler I can put a soft top, I can put a hard top, And if one of them maybe were to get damaged, I could just take it off and throw the other one on. I wouldn't have to send the car in to get a new body kit or something like that.
That's true, because in a coupe, because it's all one piece, you wreck you basically you'd need a whole new body. That's a write-off for the car.
It's
You need
all
a new car.
interconnected.
I remember where I was going with that. Because you have, it's either, let's say you have a lot of power as well, and you're in a well-designed convertible, so that the performance really doesn't matter, and we're just focusing on aerodynamics. You pull up to have a street race or something, you pull up next to another fast car, and you guys are eyeing each other, you guys are ready to go from the red light when it turns green. Are you going to stop and put your roofs up? Like, are you going to get out and put your roof up? Are you going to put the panels
No,
back in?
dude, like, it's a push of a button right now.
That's
roof
true.
goes right back on.
That's
easy
true.
as pie.
But for you,
maybe if I was in a Jeep Wrangler, in that specific example,
you're gonna get out. You're gonna walk home. You're gonna get the huge hard top. You're gonna walk back. You're gonna put that on your Jeep.
Well,
You're
if I can be devil's
you're gonna
advocate,
go, yeah.
like if you're going to a street race, he knew you needed the aerodynamics before he left home.
Yeah, and if I was in something like your Eclipse, I would just push the button or like push the thing up to the top, and then the sunroof would close.
Yeah, but my Eclipse is a coupe.
It is.
Yeah. So it's literally designed for aerodynamics and lightweight.
Okay, let's say. Let me look at my points here. Let's say you had a coupe.
Yeah.
And you were driving down the highway.
Yeah.
And theoretically your AC didn't work.
Well, the AC in my Eclipse doesn't work.
Fair enough.
See, there's no way you can get around that. With that, like, you can only do windows, but we can put the whole thing down.
If you put the windows down and you're going pretty fast, you're gonna have that high sound. You're gonna have that like annoying wind blowing through your face. If you were to have a sunroof or a drop top, you could just open up the sunroof and it would have some good ventilation for the car.
Okay, that's a good point. I'm going to bring up, how many cars do you have a choice of having a convertible in? Because there are way more cars, whether it's a coupe, whether it's a sedan, that have the full roofs on it. That's almost every car out there.
Okay,
you're
but
gonna have
quantity
a car,
does not affect quality, and we're arguing quality right now, I'd say.
yeah, but let's say that it's a lot easier for me to go out and find a really good car that has a hard top on it than for you or you to find something that is a convertible or in between.
Okay. So it's worse because we can't find it?
Well, I have more of a selection. Like you don't. Like you have Chrysler Sebrings and like you have your lower ones, and the convertibles aren't going to be as good in the lower ones.
Yeah,
but for better cars, you have the Mazda Miata, you have like the Jaguar F-Type convertibles, and things like that.
Convertibles and drop tops are more something you've been looking at and like you wanted, and so you know where you're going to get it. You know what you want regardless. Whereas like the coupes are all really just like kind of mundane, very average cars that anyone can just go into a dealership and like, oh, maybe I like that one. And they'll get whatever that looks cool or whatever's okay on the start of it.
That is true.
So you get a lot of worse cars, and like ours are a lot more specific, and they're all like very specific to what you want.
No, I feel that actually, because like there are a lot of cars that are really nice that have hard tops, but like when you get on that level of like when you get past a certain price threshold, when you get up into the nicer cars that you would be looking at for convertibles or drop tops or anything like that, when you reach that price threshold, the quantity of cars in any spectrum of this starts going down. So like, yeah, I could go for a Koenigsegg 1-to-1. That's not a convertible, but I'm also paying like $3 million for that as well.
Yeah. I like to bring up the visibility. Like so many coupes and maybe even drop tops, like there's just so many like corners to the car that are just blocking everything. When I put the top down, I can turn all the way around, almost a full 360 view just with the two sides of the windows.
I want to say that's the case for most things. However, I have driven a few different types of convertibles. One of them I'd like to bring up is one of the new Camaros. Actually, I drove. I think it was a 2016. It was a couple years ago. It was a 2016 Camaro that was a convertible. It honestly was, because of the weight, how low it sat, and how big the car was. I'm not saying all convertibles are like that, but just because it's a convertible doesn't mean you're able to see. Because I had a lot of blind spots with that. Like I had to like kind of push myself up a little bit higher and look around to be able to see like well around the Camaro.
Did you check the seat if it moved up? If it had a little nozzle on the top and bottom? Because most cars nowadays will have like an adjustable seat that you can. Like,
Yeah,
push
it
up.
definitely did. And granted, I am a shorter person, so
that's another
like
thing,
you wouldn't
yeah.
have as much of a problem as I would.
Yeah, and
because-
especially in convertibles, if you're a tall person, like it really helps if you're in a convertible because there's
unless you're
no-
too tall and the windshield's here and you're just getting bugs in your face.
Yeah, in a sense, but like if you're too tall to fit in like a coupe, like there's literally no problem in a convertible.
Okay. Everybody feels solid with their points.
I think I've made a solid argument.
I've tried.
Anybody has weighed either way whether they would like to switch what they started with.
I think I'm gonna stick with the coupe. No, not the coupe.
Not
the drop top.
The drop tops, the in betweens. I honestly like everything that isn't convertible. So
Right.
that's just
This
because
guy.
of performance. Like I'm a guy that wants to go around a track quicker than the other guy.
I wouldn't say that's an unpopular opinion. Like a lot of people would say they would rather have a coupe over a convertible.
I'm not saying I would never own a convertible. It just wouldn't be my first and only car, and it definitely wouldn't be my track car.
Yeah, you see, I'm not into like racing kind of thing. I would much prefer like comfort. and
But
style.
yeah, let's say you were cruising around, you would choose a convertible.
Yeah.
The people behind the camera, if you could not talk, that would be great. Thanks. I just don't want it to be picked up by the camera.
Oh no. I'll just chop that.
Other than that, on that unfortunate note there, you're gonna stick with convertible. You're sticking with drop top. I would be weighed either way between a coupe and a drop top.
Looks like drop top has it.
So I think drop top has it just because of my own personal opinion on cars. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching. If we missed anything, put that in the comment section. Also put in the comment section if you want to tell us where you stand on any of these topics, or if you have any ideas of topics that you wish for us to cover in the future. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.